This is Dr. Vinay again over here. We are trying to go through quickly to the anesthetic machine the doctor is having over here. And so one quick, so we have provisions to keep two cylinders. If you see, and if I turn the machine gently, so there is provision. It is called the pin index system over here. So this 5.9 kg cylinders, we can have O2 2 cylinders. There is a provision for nitrous, but we don't need it. We also have a provision for a pipeline system. This is called a self-seal lock, and that is considered very safe also. And so there are stands over here for and the pin index system, especially to secure your cylinders. These are 5.9 kg cylinders. They also can be filled up to 300 liters. Then we have a double flow meter over here. This is a small flow meter up to from 0.1 to up to 1 liter, and from 1 liter to up to 10 liters, which is a good thing. Then we have a precision vaporizer for isoflurane, and these type of isoflurane vaporizer, you need a special key filling unit which fixes on the isoflurane bottle, so you are able to fix it without getting exposed to the isoflurane. So you have to take care of your safety, because you tend to get exposed when you are trying to fill in this kind of like precision vaporizers without the key. And this is special to this nut over here is provided special to remove the isoflurane if you are planning to keep your isoflurane vaporizer unused for a long time. So there is a provision to connect it back in the bottle, but again you have to be careful about the leaks. This is the oxygen flush valve over here, and these are the cylinder indicators over here. So that will help us to know how much oxygen we have in the cylinders. So cylinder 1, cylinder 2. This is the oxygen pressure pipeline. So if the oxygen is coming by pipeline, we will know exactly whether how much of oxygen we have with us. This is for nitrous. Now this is the system where this is the outlet where we can either use a rebreathing unit or an open unit, a T-pace, or you can use a Bain system, or a lot of other systems are there. But if we connect it over here, then this is the inflow for the oxygen, and this is where it comes in. Now this is the rebreathing bag, and one thing that I always tell my veterinarians is try to make sure that the rebreathing bag is directly attached without the extra attachment, because this increases the apparatus dead space and the risk of rebreathing of oxygen, rebreathing of carbon dioxide is always there. And these are the flutter valves, these are the inspiratory hoses. I'm going to keep this here. These are the inspiratory hoses that we have and expiratory hoses that we have. Now if you pay attention, these are very long. What I usually suggest to veterinarians is try to make them as small as possible. So whatever half remains you can actually use as the spare if this breaks, because what happens is these are all corrugated tubes. For adult dogs you can use 22 millimeter bore corrugated tubes. For puppies and for cats you can use 10 to 15 millimeter corrugated tubes. Okay, so my suggestion would be to keep it. So another important thing that comes to my mind is I would try to raise the level of the oxygen and the cylinder in the machine to the patient, so that the resistance for the air is as low as possible. So what I would suggest is, so please take this. Okay, so first thing is to reduce the length, then reduce the dead space over here, then increase the height. If you see, by a simple screw, what I have done is I have increased the height of the machine. So then from here I can directly give it to my patient. I can have shorter apparatus dead space, and I can have the Y connector over here, and this rest of the piece I can keep it as spare and use it when this gets over. And these also have to be disinfected. Now remember that I did diluted Savlon and the iodine solution, which I have already made a small video. Those can be used to disinfect this with 5 minutes of contact time. Okay. One important thing that we need to understand is there is a provision over here for the canister to keep it on and off. That means when I keep it off, that means the gases don't have access to the soda lime canister. But in a circle system, we do want the patient to have access to the soda lime canister in a closed circuit or in a partial rebreathing system which has a soda lime canister. You always want this open, you don't want it closed. But even when you keep it open, there should not be any leakage of gases from here. But remember, the soda lime is it is only removing the carbon dioxide. It is not capable of reducing the isoflurane, and that's what I am trying to come now to the next important thing. This is called as the APL valve or the scavenger valve. So this, when you release it, it will release the excess gases, but it will release right into our theater. So we don't want that risk. So we are going to try to give an option of either a passive scavenger, which we can connect it over here with the wall open, which can be taken to the nearest window, or alternatively we would suggest to have an active scavenger where actively the anesthetic gases isoflurane would be removed. So remember, the soda lime canister removes only carbon dioxide, and the active scavenger removes only the anesthetic gases. They are designed specifically for a particular like anesthesia gas or CO2 gas. They cannot be used for everything. And that's in short about this machine. And I think if this machine has come for around 1.6 lakhs, then that's a very good price. But these are small modifications that we need to change. Alternatively, people who already have machines, and if they have small parts, so you don't have to feel sad or bad that I got the machine and like I didn't get the right product. This particular circle system with a proper scavenger and an APL wall is available separately also at a very low cost. So if you already have machines and for some reason if you don't have scavengers, I can help you by showing you the design. You can contact your local suppliers and make sure that you show them the design and make sure you get the right product. And this is how I would like to help my veterinarians. This is Dr. Vinay. This is Dr. Jairaj. Project is Annadurai, and we are in Dindigul. And I'm grateful to doctor for allowing me to have access to this machine and help other veterinarians also to know. We are trying to create a resource where people get genuine equipments for the price. It's all your hard-earned money, and it doesn't cost me anything to come and inspect your machine. So I'm really grateful for him for allowing me to give this for this opportunity. Thank you so much.